بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. First we start by praising Allah and sending salutations upon His beloved messenger Muhammad, the son of Abdullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. إبدال الواو. تبدل الواو من الألف في نحو ضويرب وضوارب. So the author is now discussing words that are changed, letters that are changed into waw. So تبدل الواو من الألف. The waw is changed from an alif in words like ضويرب وضوارب. So both ضويرب and ضوارب, that's فويعل. It's the تصغير of ضارب, and ضوارب also, which is the plural of ضارب or ضاربة. So in both of these, originally, let's see if he mentions what they originally were. Okay, so originally these words were ضارب, and then فاعل, the تصغير of it is فويعل. Now the alif, it changes into a waw because of the dhamma that comes before it. So ضارب, then it becomes ضو, and then you can't pronounce an alif. An alif is such that can only be pronounced after a fatha. So when an alif is such that the letter before it takes the haraka of dhamma, then the alif will change into a waw, so it will become ضويرب. Also in ضوارب, the plural ضوارب is ضارب فاعل, and the plural of فاعل is فواعل. That is for something that is غير عاقل generally. When ضارب refers to غير عاقل, ضارب اسم الفاعل, the hitter or the one that hits, then I think ضارب could also refer to a tax, if I'm not mistaken. Give me a second. Let's check on here. الفقر ضارب أطبانه، ليل ضارب مكان ضارب، القوة الضاربة. So it means to strike and attack generally. But it can also refer to the plural of ضاربة. Okay, I might be mistaken then. ضاربا ضاربون. ضربة. دفع. ضربة الشمس. ضربة معلم. ضربة جزاء. Okay, I seem to be mistaken. Yeah. Either way, this is a plural of ضارب and ضاربة, either one of them. So it was meant to be فاعل. The فاعل became the plural of which is فواعل. So what he's saying is that the alif, it should have been فاعل, in the sense that not with the hamza, but the alif should have stayed. However, because you cannot pronounce the alif such that you cannot pronounce it with a haraka on it, it will be changed into a waw. So it becomes ضوارب فواعل. ومن الياء إذا سكنت وانضم ما قبلها غير مدغمة. And the ya is also when it is such that it becomes sakin and the letter before it takes a dhamma, then this ya will change into a waw. But this is only when it will this is only when it is not mudgham. This is only when it is not mudgham. وذلك نحو موسر وموقن. So these two words, موسر means someone who is well off and he is wealthy, and موقن is a person who has conviction in himself. They come from the root letters Ya, Sin, Ra, and Waw, Qaf, Nun. Ya, Sin, Ra. So it should have been ميسر. أصلهما ميسر وميقن. However, because of the hardship in pronunciation, where the Ya is almost opposed to the Waw and the Dhamma, what will happen is that Ya, because it has become sakin in muiqin and muisir, then, and the letter before it, the mim, has a dhamma on it, it will change into a waw. So you say musir, muqin. So even though you'll say in the verb itself aysara and ayqana, the doing, the subject or the ism al-fa'il will be muqin and musir, لأنهما من اليسر واليقين, because these two words are from yusr and yaqeen. فتقول في التحقير, and the proof that it is a ya'i, this word originally comes, the waw in musir and muqin are originally from a ya', is that when you take it to its diminutive form, you will say muyaysir and muyayqin. And as discussed before, the diminutive form of the word frequently uncovers the root letters. That's why it is generally used for proof. So because in the diminutive form it is muyaysir and muyayqin, we'll say this word is originally a ya'i word. It is a ya'i word. And the waw in muqin and musir, it is عارض, temporary, because of the dhamma that's come before the sakin ya. وتبدل من الهمزة إذا سكنت وانضم ما قبلها عند التخفيف والبدل، وذلك قولك في تخفيف جؤنة جونة، وفي تخفيف مؤمن مومن. And the waw is also changed from a hamza when the hamza is such that it has a it is a sakin, it has a sukun on it, and the letter before it takes a dhamma. This is when we wish to perform badal and takhfif, ease in pronunciation. وذلك قولك, and that is when you say, when you are easing the pronunciation of جؤنة, في تخفيف جؤنة جونة. جؤنة, it originally hamza, it had a hamza, and because there is a dhamma before this word, then we will say, because there is a dhamma before the word, the hamza will change into a waw, and we will say جونة. وفي تخفيف مؤمن مومن, and while it's easing the pronunciation of mu'min, we will say مومن. So this hamza changed into a waw. The meaning of جؤنة, let's check. جؤنة, صفة مغشا بجلد. صفة مغشا بجلد. ظرف لطيب العطار. أصله الهمز ويلين، قاله ابن قرقول جوان. So it seems to be some sort of container that holds perfumes, and it is covered with leather or some kind of skin. Now safat, what does that actually mean? Paste. Safat. Safatun. وعاء يوضع فيه التيم. So the safat itself refers to that container also. And it is such that it will be covered with some sort of leather or skin. So a perfume box is called safat, and it is also called ju'na, which we can then say juna also. إبدال الهمزة. So now the hamza. قد أبدلت الهمزة من الألف للتأنيث. The hamza is changed from an alif, so the alif turns into a hamza in order to make the word a feminine word. في نحو حمراء وصحراء وأصدقاء وعشراء. So حمراء means a feminine. It means red, and it refers to a feminine object or item. وصحراء, Sahara is a noun, it is not a sifa, and it refers to a desert. Asdiqa is a plural of sadiq, and it means friends. وعشراء, عشراء refers to a camel, either in the 10th year of its birth or 10 years has passed after giving birth. I think this came before. عشرة. Let's double check. Yeah, I didn't understand exactly if it was 10 years after, sorry, not 10 years, 10 months after giving birth or 10 months into its pregnancy. How long is the pregnancy of a camel? مضى على حملها 10 أشهر. So, let's search. Pregnancy length of camel. Okay, 14 months. So it would seem that it should rather mean 10 months has passed into its pregnancy. Now let's see if there's an English translation of this that gives us some clarity. There's not much here. I can check on Ishtar. Check in Lane's lexicon. Ain, Shin, Ra. Ashara. Right, so let's see on this word, there's no Ashara yet. Ushara, a she camel that has been 10 months pregnant. Okay, so he's understood it to mean from her day of. Okay, so he's taken from certain masabih that it means from the day of her. I'm not sure if you can see on my mouses. From the day of her having been covered by the stallion, meaning the copulating, the male stallion copulating with it. She then ceases to be called. Let's zoom into this so you can read it. And she's called Ushara until she brings forth. So up until the birth, from the 10th month to the 14th month, she's classed as a Ushara. And also after she has brought forth, or when she has brought forth at the completion of a year. So it can also refer to when she gives birth after a year of pregnancy. When she has brought forth, she's termed A'idh. Or some people say that after the birth she's not called Ushara anymore, she's called A'idh now. Either way, it refers to 10 months plus of pregnancy of a camel. Okay, we can keep that open. No, let's close that. Okay, let's head back. فالهمزة في ذلك ونحوه بدل من ألف التأنيث كالتي في حبلى وسكرى. So the hamza in all of this and their likes and their like words has been changed from the alif of ta'nith, like the alif of ta'nith we have in hubla and sukra. So it seems like he's saying that the alif in, for example, hamra, it should have been a fa'ala, but then it was given a hamza. ونحوه بدل من ألف التأنيث كالتي في حبلى وسكرى. So حبلى refers to a pregnant woman, sakra refers to a intoxicated individual or a intoxicated woman. Askar would refer to the man, sakra would refer to the woman. So this is a feminine form of the اسم الصفة أفعل. So what he's saying is that hamra should have been hamra. Hamra should have been hamra. Just how, sakra is the feminine of sakran and sakra. So it's almost like he's saying حمراء حمراء should have been حمراء, صحراء should have been صحراء, أصدقاء should have been أصدقاء, عشراء should have been عشراء. And maybe for some kind of ease in pronunciation or some kind of more emphasis on the ending, the hamza was added. That's his opinion. Allah knows best. وأبدلت الهمزة أيضا من الواو إذا انضمت ضما لازما. And the hamza is also changed from a waw when the waw itself, it takes a permanent dhamma. It takes a permanent dhamma. نحو قولك في وجوه. So this is such a dhamma that is not the result of some sort of conjugation. Or it is not a temporary change in the haraka. So, like how we say in the plural of wajhun, which is face, wujuh, that waw, it has a binding dhamma on it. It's not a dhamma that will change, and it has not changed from anything else. فعل جمع فعول. So this is a integral part of the word. It's not something that has changed from another haraka. Then we can change that into a hamza. We can say wujuh. وفي وعد أعد. And in the word وعد, meaning he was promised, it is the passive form of وعد. We can say أعد أعد. وفي أثوب أثوب. ثوب جمع أثوب, plural of which is أثوب, أفعل. ثوب, the plural is ثياب, and it seems there is أثوب as well. Let's check. ثوب means a cloth, a garment. This is أثواب, so that means it would not be the plural of, according to this. Is it a plural of thawab then? Let's see, thawab. No, thawab would be a masdar, ism al-masdar. Maybe it's a irregular plural, uncommon plural from the word thawb. Alright. Yes. Then back. وفي سوق وفي سوق. سوق سوق. السوق جمع ساق، وهو ما بين الكعب والركبة يفسد الشن، ويجمع أيضا على سيقان وأسوق. So سوق is the plural of ساق, shin, and you can say سوق أيضا also. قال الراجز لكل دهر قد لبست أثوبه. Okay, so this is showing that the word أثوب is the plural of thawb, and he's showing that this is something that has precedence of usage from old Arabic language, and he brought a line of poetry for that. And he says, for every era or time. Also, dahr could refer to for every great event, for every great period where great calamities happen, for every period of my life where great calamities happen. I have always been prepared, and I have worn the correct thawb, the correct garments for it. I'm always ready. لكل دهر قد لبست أثوبة. For every great event that has passed in my life, I have been such that I had worn the correct garments for it. Nice poetry. أثوبة. So he's using this to show that the number one, the plural exists, and secondly, the waw is changed to a hamza in this line of poetry. Maybe we can see what this says. قد تمامه حتى اكتسر رأسه قناعا أشيبه. قناع أو قناع؟ قناع. It's قناع, which is a head covering until my head had worn a white head covering. Up until it was such that my head had worn a white head covering, meaning my hair turned grey. وتبدل من الواو والياء أيضا إذا وقعتا طرفين بعد ألف زائدة. Okay, we'll finish this part off. And the hamza is also changed from a waw or ya when they are on the two ends after a zaid alif. So a waw and ya is changed to a hamza when they fall on either side after a extra alif. وذلك نحو كساء ورداء. So originally it was kisawin. So when a waw or a ya or a ya change. So he says وإذا وقعت طرفين بعد ألف زائد. So it seems like saying that when the waw or a ya, they طرفين. Can الطرف also refer to a اسم الصفة? Let's see. So طرف as a noun is known, which means the edge of something. الطرف والناحية والجانب. الطرف if you say that طرف means the thing that is at the edge. Let's see if we can find something like this. Nothing here. Let's see if any of the old dictionaries have it. Give me a second. I have a couple of sources with me in person. Let's see if I can check them. Bismillah. Okay, I will not label the point. So if you take this meaning where it says ماشية طرفة, طرفة means it doesn't stay in one pasture. It always moves to the edges and then strays on into the next one. And the waladun طرف is he always strays. It strays. He can never stay friends with one person, but he will stray and he gets bored and tries to find new company. If you take that meaning, then over here we can say إذا وقعتا طرفين. Allahu alam. I don't see this as correct, because it should then be طرفتين. Rather we'll keep it as طرفين, as a ظرف of وقعتا. So the waw and ya are also changed when they both fall at the end of the word. We'll take that as the meaning because that is the example which he has given. After a alif which is not part of the root letters. And that is like kisa and rida. Originally were kisaw, kisawun wa ridawun. Kisawun wa ridawun. The fi'al. Both of these are fi'al. The alif is zaid. If it was not zaid, we would say fi'lalun or something of that sort. But because we have brought it in the form of the word when stating the root letters, and we said fi'al, that shows that the alif is extra. So kisa and rida, وأصلهما كساو ورداو فانقلبتا همزتين. So this waw and the ya, these waws, they changed to a hamza. Became kisa'un warida'un. He has not given an example of the ya'i, of a ya'i example of this. وأشباه ذلك كثير, and the example of this are many. وأبدلت الهمزة أيضا من الهاء. The hamza is also changed from a ha. They said آل, قالوا آل, which means family. وأصله أهل. Originally it was أهل. Now the ha would change to a hamza. It became أأل. فأبدلت الهاء همزة فصارت أأل. The ha was changed to a hamza for ease in pronunciation, even though it seems that it would be easier to say أهل. It became أأل. ثم أبدلوها ألفا. Then they changed that hamza to a alif. فقالوا آل. وتقول في تحقير آل وهيل. And the proof of this, the proof that آل was originally from a ha, is that when you take it to its diminutive form, you say uhayl. And the diminutive form is a proof of what the root letters are. على مذهب الجماعة, according to the majority of people, they say that the diminutive form is uhayl. وأويل في قول يونس, according to Yunus, you will say uwayl, because it was uayl. It became fa'il for the diminutive form of ahlun. It became fa'il, uaylun, and then the hamza, because there is dhamma before it and it has a fatha on it, it will become uwaylun. And that is according to Yunus. We will leave it there, and Allah knows best. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make us of those who, to grant us His divine guidance and make us of those who tread upon the straight path. Subhanallah.